Hi, I'm Graham, and we're at Recess Coffee. All right, so I'm going to make a pour over using the Hario O2 with the carafe and the filter. This is the 2-cup filter. I'm going to use the our Westcott blend. I'm going to weigh it. I have a scale set to ounces, so I'm going to use exactly 1 ounce for a 16-ounce pour. You can weigh it in grams if you prefer, if you want to get into the fine details of it. But for this video, we're going to do just ounces. I'm going to take it over to the grinder. This is our workhorse grinder, so it's always being used. So the consistency for the grind, they say finer than sea salt. So this is pretty fine grind consistency, which I think works quite well with the this type of pour over method. To pre-soak the filter. As they say, it helps to wash out the paper flavor and aroma that might wind up in the coffee. Discard the water. So it's about 1 ounce, which I have on the scale. So I'm going to zero the scale. And I need a timer, so I have to pull up my phone for the timer. So again, we're pouring for a 16-ounce pour using 1 ounce of coffee. That's about 1 to 16 ratio of coffee to water, which is how I usually go about brewing coffee. You can go from anywhere from 14 ounces to 17 ounces, and that's all a matter of preference, your grind consistency, the flavor you're looking for. The roast level of your coffee, but what it really comes down to is how you do it, the preference you have. And then we're ready to start. So this is 206 degrees. I set this kettle for 206 degrees because that's like the perfect point for brewing extraction. If it's too hot, boiling, you could over extract it and burn the coffee. If it's not hot enough, you under extract the coffee. And we're going to start making sure that my scale is good. We're good. Start the timer. Do like a little pre-soak here. I just want to wet the coffee grounds just to get them to bloom so it releases all of its gas. And I'll let that go for about 30 seconds. Little short controlled maneuvers here. Let that go for just a moment here. We're looking at 2.5 to 3 minutes for a extraction. I always like to go with the Westcott blend. I know it's a lot of people's favorites. I personally like our Ethiopian. Right now it's Sidamu. It's a washed Sidamu. It's quite nice. I like it a lot. We'll do that for the AeroPress. So we're at 10 ounces. It's about a minute and a half. The pattern in which you pour the coffee into the funnel here, there's lots of different ways to do it. A lot of people, they have their own methods. I kind of like to do a little twirl like this. Bring the coffee from the outside to the inside of the funnel. Give it a little bit of agitation rather than just plopping it in. All right, so we're at 16 ounces and it's about 2.5 minutes. So I'm just gonna let that go. When it comes to like the time, if it's too long of a time, your contact time with the water touching the coffee can just over extract solubles, which can cause it to taste bitter. And if it's not in for long enough, like if the coffee passes through too quickly, it'll make it more of a acidic or sour tasting. It'll under extract the coffee, and like the only parts of the flavor you'll taste in the solubles are the brighter, like more acidic ones. All right, so that's been about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And we can basically remove that. There you go.